He's a trainer, a coach, and a mentor. VP, welcome to Smart Talk.
Thank you, Nimmi. It's always a pleasure to be here.
You have your own training business, which is also into training and coaching.
But then training and coaching was always a passion. So one is our corporate training, and the other vertical is our certification, which is basically to empower people. How a coach can help you. I'm married, she's happy. And the secret to that is I don't coach my wife.
Lovely.
So manager himself may be the problem. Employee, that before joining any training program, there are three things we need to focus. So many tools and techniques. We are building a company. So there's a larger vision. They touch the lives of so many different practice sessions, which are all free. So many things that can be used with children also.
I definitely remember.
They can contact Nimmi.
Hello and welcome to yet another interesting episode of Smart Talk. I am your host, Nimmi, and I am here to introduce to you a very interesting and exciting person, full of energy, someone who is blessed with humor. When I talk about him, I have thousands of words to talk about him and describe his personality. He is Valsakumar P Menon, who we fondly call as VP Menon. He is a trainer, a coach, and a mentor. I've personally been mentored by him on several instances. Let me introduce to you VP Menon. VP, welcome to Smart Talk.
Thank you, Nimmi. It's always a pleasure to be here.
It's
always a pleasure to speak to you, by the way.
Thank you so much. You are a live energy and you just emit that energy, and anybody over here, I think, just comes out with that energy, right?
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, VP, we all know that you're an entrepreneur. You have your own training business, which is also into training and coaching. Can you tell us about something about it? Was it something that you started long back, or how did you get into this kind of business?
I was never into this from the beginning. Mm-hmm. So I worked for almost 24 years in the corporate world.
Wow.
So my background is supply chain. So I used to manage supply chain for organizations. But then training and coaching was always a passion. Okay. So I used to, even when I was working, I used to teach supply chain. Mm-hmm. On weekends, So 5 days I would go to work, weekends I would be training. But after doing that for about 5-6 years, I realized that what I do on weekends is more interesting than what I do on weekdays. By then, it was almost 24 years and I always wanted to do something on my own. Mm-hmm. That's when I came together with a friend of mine and we started this. In 2013, I quit the corporate world. Yeah. So it's been 11 years. Yeah.
11 successful years, I must say. Yeah.
Successful, with its own ups and downs. Yeah. But overall successful. Definitely challenges were there in the journey.
Now we talk about coaching. This is what your line of business is. We've heard so many different types of coaching, and I believe there's a lot of industry requirement when it comes to coaching. Can you give us a little insight about what coaching is all about, and what is the life forward when it comes to this particular industry?
I will answer that question, but it's not just about coaching. Mm-hmm. So we are basically a training company. Okay. We have two verticals. So one is our corporate training vertical, where we do a lot of customized training programs for our corporate clients.
Very interesting.
So we sit with them, understand their pain points, design the program based on their requirements, and then deliver the program. And the other vertical is our certification programs. Okay. So that's where we do a lot of programs, different programs, which is basically to empower people. Wow. Yeah? But many of them are coach training programs also, where people get trained and certified as a coach for different reasons. So there are multiple programs that we do. Coaching as an industry, to answer your question, is an emerging industry in this part of the world.
Yes.
I mean, in US, Europe and all, it is always a flourishing industry. Mm-hmm. But in Africa, Asia, Middle East, it's an emerging market.
Right.
So, and especially during COVID and post-COVID, because there was a lot of awareness about how a coach can help you. When you're having challenges, when you have some goals to achieve, it expedites the process, taking the help of a coach. So that became, aware. There was a lot of awareness created. So there was a demand for coaches.
Okay.
And on the other hand, people who wanted to help others as a coach, as a therapist, counselor, whatever, there's a demand from there for them to learn and become good at what they're doing, so that they're able to add value to their clients. So this is a growing space.
Very nice. So there are different type of coaching, right? I've heard about someone doing life coaching, like there is something called as leadership coaching, emotional coaching. What exactly you think? How different are they? Just in a
So
nutshell.
we are aligned with the International Coaching Federation, and we
Okay.
follow their structure of coaching,
Mhm.
which is basically asking the client reflective questions,
Okay.
which help them to come up with their own answers.
Wow.
So as a coach, I don't tell my client what to do. As a coach, as a mentor, you do. But as a coach, you help them to reflect on things by asking these reflective questions so that they can come up with their own answers, their own solutions,
Okay.
their own strategies,
Wow, that's
because
nice.
they know what they can do best.
Mhm.
We are just helping them through a coaching process. So the coaching process remains the same.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter whether you're a life coach, leadership coach, executive coach, business coach, the structure of coaching remains
Remains
the
the
same.
same.
But as a coach, what all tools do you have with you
Mhm.
to help the client where required
Okay.
becomes important also.
Mhm.
That's where our programs, like whether it is neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, or EI coaching, or mindset maps coaching, they gather a lot of tools,
Mhm.
so they are better equipped to help their clients, no matter which coaching they're doing. Today, a lot of organizations, get coaches from external coaches to come and coach
True.
their leadership.
Yes.
So that is leadership coaching, executive coaching. It mostly happens with leaders within organization. Life coaching is something which everybody goes to that coach. Personal issues, professional issues, doesn't matter. Or maybe a goal. It doesn't have to be issues alone. We have our training participants who are into relationship coaching. So they help people
That
with
reminds
with relationship issues.
Now, I know you're a certified coach. I know your profile. You've got so many different types of coaching certificates. Does this help in your married life?
So our participants, they come with different reasons.
Okay.
Not everybody wants to be a professional coach.
Okay.
Maybe they're already a therapist, counselor, coach who wants to
Mhm.
learn and add on to their knowledge and skill set so they can help. Some people come because they want to use it on themselves. So
Okay.
it's called self-coaching.
Self-coaching.
So you learn these tools and help yourself. But to answer your question, does it help in relationships with people around us? Definitely, yes,
Definitely,
it does.
yeah.
Be it your spouse, be it your family members, kids, or your team members in the organization, etc. But yeah, I have been happily married for the last 30
3 big
years.
kids.
Yeah, 30 years. I'm married. She's happy. And the secret to that is I don't coach my wife.
Lovely. Lovely.
So on a lighter note, yeah. Because, for example, if I tell my wife, okay, come, I will coach you. You have a problem, come, I'll coach you. And we start the coaching conversations. And she says, so I ask her, what is the problem? What is the challenge?
Correct.
She says, you are the problem. The coaching stops there itself. So yeah, for practice sake, you
Yeah,
can
I like that.
practice with friends and family. But when it comes to real coaching, if my wife needs a coach's help, I would always recommend her to go to one of
I
somebody
think
else.
that's a nice take on it.
But
Very
for practice,
interesting.
you can coach anybody.
Yeah.
That's not a problem.
I think I have been personally coached by you in several instances, right? I've come out as a good winner.
See, even in organizations, you will see that a department head
Correct.
normally avoids coaching their own team members.
Yes.
They would have another department's head coaching them. So interdepartmental they do.
It's always
Because sometimes the manager himself may be the problem for the employee. So it's always good. But there are organizations where so the HR department, L&D department, or there's a coaching department with the coaches. They are generic. So
Okay.
They coach.
They coach.
The entire organization.
Now you said you have, of course, this company, Coach Skills Training, which is your own baby. Tell me how one comes to your company and what kind of courses that you offer, because there's so many companies that I know, training companies that provide these training. Why is Coach Skills Training above all?
So we were always known as UV consultants. We only this year we changed the name to Coach Skills Training
that's
because
nice.
there's a lot of focus on coach training, and we wanted the name to tell a story about what we are. So why should somebody come to us? Well, it's not necessary that they come to us.
Okay.
They can go to anybody. But so when we advise people on our clients, potential clients, we always tell them that before joining any training program, there are 3 things you need to focus on. One, most important, is who's the trainer.
Very important.
Yeah? Because at the end of the day, you're going to learn from that person. So what is his credentials?
True.
What is his experience? So that is very important. So check the trainer out. Second is, there is a program, but who are the global bodies who have approved those programs? Who have kind of accredited those programs? Because that again is very important. Where are you getting the certificates from? So our programs, for example, we have some of the biggest bodies, International Coaching Federation, American Board of NLP, and so many global bodies, Mindset Maps International, Neurosemantics. So these are all the bodies who have approved a program. So that is very important. So check the credibility of the program itself, besides the trainer. And the third is the price point. So what is the value you're getting for the money that you pay?
Invest.
Then we tell the people, go check out the market on these 3 aspects. Compare apple to apple. And then if you feel we are the best, come back. And I know they will come back because we are the best.
Lovely.
On all these 3 things and more.
That's a very interesting take that you've said. What are the aspects that one needs to keep in mind before joining for a coach certificate? You have so many programs. Are they all online, or one has to be physically present for this kind of trainings? What's a mode of training?
So we were never into online, but during COVID, we were forced to go on. So for some period, we did it online, but we are back to in-person. So we have multiple programs. Each one has its own flavor, its own use, and each are of different durations. So for example, one of our most popular programs is the Certified NLP Practitioner and Coach program, which is a 7 full-day program. We run across 2 weekends, which is 7 days. Then we have the Emotional Intelligence Coach Practitioner, which is a 4-day program. We have the Success Mindset Maps, which is a hybrid program. So there is 3 in-person 3 days, and then 6 sessions online. Then we have the Certified Wellbeing Coach, which is again a 4 full days program. Now, each of these programs has its own benefits. So for somebody who is getting into the coaching, NLP is not just for coaches. NLP is for NLP tools are used by therapists, counselors, coaches, and even by somebody who doesn't want to do any of those things. There are so many tools and techniques which are useful to you as an individual. So we all have our fears, our phobias. We may be struggling with some limiting mindsets. We may want to do a behavior change. There are some behaviors we want to get rid of. We may have some goals that we want to achieve. NLP has tools and techniques for all this to make it happen. You not only get trained in those tools and techniques which you can use on yourself or on others or with others, but you also get trained as a coach. So as a coach, how do you use this with others? How do you implement it? For example, the emotional intelligence program that we have, coach training, that is the the EI tools and techniques. So for somebody who's struggling with managing their emotions, that's a very good program for your self-coaching. But this is also useful when you do leadership coaching, executive coaching in organizations. So you learn the structure. It's an assessment-based coaching. Certified Wellbeing Coach is purely a mindfulness-based. So for people who are going through stress and a lot of junk that you're carrying inside your head, to release it, learn how to release it.
That's also what is learned here.
Yeah.
VP, you were mentioning about CWC. What exactly is CWC?
So CWC is Certified Wellbeing Coach and Mindfulness Practitioner. It's a mindfulness-based program. Very useful for people carrying a lot of stress. We carry unnecessary junk in our life. So it's good to release those stress and things. Mindfulness meditation. So it's again a certified program, ICF approved program. You become certified as a wellbeing coach and mindfulness practitioner. Then recently we've added a new program. It's a very powerful program on mindset. It's called the Success Mindset Maps Coach. This is a US-based body, Mindset Maps International. We have taken the franchisee. We are the authorized licensee for GCC markets. It's an assessment-based again, where you understand the different types of mindset, and through that assessment, you also get to know where is the problem and what are the gaps you need to fill. So we train people to become Success Mindset Maps coaches, who will then use the assessment to coach their clients. Only those coaches can use those assessments. others cannot.
So this is shared in the training program.
This is a program in itself. It's again a hybrid program where 3 days in person and then there are 6 sessions online. And then, of course, there are assessments and projects that you need to complete. We also help people to gain the ICF, ACC, PCC credential. ICF is one of the largest bodies when it comes to coaching, and their credentials are very popular across the globe. So we help them complete that whole process, A to Z, to earn their credential. So everything is done in-house except the last part, which is the exam, which they write with ICF. That is directly with ICF, but otherwise everything else gets done in-house with us.
So once the training is over, what is the post-support facilities that you provide?
So actually, when somebody comes to us for a training, we're not interested in just doing a training, taking the money and saying bye-bye. No. We are building a community. So there's a larger vision behind business. It's to actually build a community of trainers and coaches, and people, empowered souls, I say. A community of empowered souls who not only helps themselves, but through their training, coaching, therapy, counseling, they touch the lives of so many different people, their clients, their family, their friends, their employees. So in a way, this whole business is to touch as many lives as possible in a positive way.
Would it be possible for you to share with us how many lives you think on an average you must have touched?
So on an average, there are about, just for our certification programs, we would have around 500 plus people coming and going through the different training programs that we have. But then we do a lot of corporate trainings also. So in these last 11 years, we've touched a lot of lives. And those people have touched a lot of many other lives.
It's a very
And as a community, we do a lot of things together, post-program, post-training. So, we run a lot of initiatives. Recently, we launched the Fitness Friends for the 30 by 30 challenge. So we support each other to live a healthy lifestyle. We have the LinkedIn support, where we support each other in using LinkedIn in the best possible way. So we have so many initiatives that we run. We have something called Knowledge Connect, which is again sharing, experiences by experts from different domains. They come on. These are all online sessions. We also started this year something called Edu Connect, where we keep a few slots in each program reserved for university students with 80% discount. They just pay 20%. This is to cover the venue cost and all that. Otherwise, the certification, the training expenses are on us. So a lot of students benefit from that. So we try to do a lot of things together. And then we have continuous online practice sessions, coaching mastery group sessions, coaching lab sessions. So there's a lot of continuous learning and practice sessions, which are all free. You can just come online, attend these as many times as you want. That's a lot of support after the program is complete.
You talked about university. That just clicks me. Do you have something for school students? You have NLP programs for school-going children, or what is the age segment?
So the knowledge that you gain through our programs can be used with children also.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So we have programs which are, NLP-based programs for children. So there's so many things that can be used with children also. Some of our participants who are into, training and coaching young minds, they use a lot of these tools that they learn on the things that they do.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm sure this session that we just had, there's so many things that we learned. I had no idea that there's so many things when it comes to coaching. Beautiful. Now, VP, what if our audience want to get in touch with you? They want to be a successful coach. What is the process for that?
So in Google, when you search, don't search VP Menon. Search for my full name. So you won't find VP Menon. So search for Valsakumar.
P Menon.
Yeah. But otherwise, you will find our website, coachskillstraining.ae or uvconsultants.com.
Okay.
Currently, we are using the UV website even now. Our new website is getting ready. Social media, we are everywhere. Coach Skills Training. Yeah, Facebook, Insta, LinkedIn. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Valsakumar Menon. Yeah. You can always get in touch. Or you have my number anyway.
I definitely have my number.
They can contact Nimmi.
If you're okay,
people
I will
know
definitely.
Nimmi. I think people know Nimmi more than me.
No.
So please get in touch with her.
Okay. So thank you so much, VP, for spending so much of time with us. for giving an insight of what coaching industry is all about and how his company, Coach Skill Training, can help you achieve your success, achieve your dreams, help change lives not only for yourself but also for the entire world. With this, we definitely end this episode, but this is just a beginning to many more life-changing episodes to come on Smart Talk. Thank you so much, VP, once again.
My pleasure, Nimmi. It was a pleasure speaking to you.